Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is my best of makeup in 2024, and I'm joined by little Miss Wanda. It's a rough day sleeping on the couch all day long. So this is my best of 2024. I've done these types of videos in previous years. Most of the time I've just done what is my favorite items in 2024, not necessarily something that I bought in 2024. This year we're specific to products that I bought in 2024, but again, caveat, I don't think any of these are new in 2024. Well, maybe one thing is, but basically, or maybe a couple things are. Basically, all of this is stuff that's new to me in 2024, not necessarily new in general. So let's get started. Let's start with the eye. So I am wearing most of this on my face today. I couldn't wear all of it because there was like duplicates in some categories. First up is the mascara from Cali Ray. I don't know if the official name is the Come Hell or High Water Volumizing and Lengthening Tubing Mascara. I just have this in a mini, so I don't know if the full size is as good as the mini, but I really enjoy this. Like I said, it's the mascara that I am wearing today, and it's just one of those ones like it's been easy to wear, and I was impressed right off the bat as soon as I used it. And I very rarely feel impressed by mascara like on the first go. A lot of times I need them to like dry out a little bit so they get a little bit more clumpier because I do like a bit more volume in my mascara. And then this one in particular, like a tubing one, I find they don't have a lot of volume, but I feel like this one, let me just grab my mirror, I need to kind of see. I feel like this one does have a decent amount of volume. It's not as volumizing as say like a Lash Paradise, but I feel like it does look really good and it's definitely lengthening. So yeah, I've been really impressed with this guy and I'm happy that I tried it. Next up is the Creamy Kohl Eye Pencil from Huda Beauty, and this is in the shade Rich Chocolate, or Very Brown, which is a rich chocolate brown, and this came in a makeup kit, so I didn't actually like seek this out myself, but it has been a pleasant surprise. Like I said, I didn't really have any expectations for this, and so I do have a swatch on my hand right now because this swatch, I put it on when I was doing my eye makeup. Tried to rub it off. Like it does not rub off easily. And I've also washed my hands with soap and water and it still didn't come off. And the other like bonus of this is when they say creamy, it's creamy. I'm gonna try and like it's so easy. And so I keep gravitating towards this because it's so easy to use. I kind of wish I had a black version of this because I do really like it. Now, I have this on my favorites list. I haven't checked out the price of this. I think it's pricey. I mean, I did do the price when I got it in the kit, but I don't remember what that is. I'm pretty sure this is probably pretty pricey, but Huda does do a pretty good like Black Friday cyber sale. So if I was interested in this and repurchasing it, I would definitely wait until a sale because I bet it would go on sale on their website. So yeah, this has been a pleasant surprise. Again, it's the eyeliner I am wearing today. So doesn't show up. It's not super exciting on camera, but again, for an everyday eyeliner, I do like this. And it is brown, like it definitely looks brown, but it's not too light. Like I have some browns that are lighter. It's not as deep as though I talked about in previous video, the Milani eyeliner or like Demolition from Urban Decay that are more of a black brown. This is definitely a brown, but it's not too light of a brown. I still feel like I get enough definition and enough depth. I do like, one of the reasons why I like darker eyeliners is because it does help make your lashes look more full, if that makes sense. Next up, I've talked about this product already in a couple of videos, so I don't want to mention it too much, but the Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder in Universal. So this is just the basic like clear universal shade. I did put it on this morning. Every time I use this, I'm like, yeah, I like it. I like the way it like just lays on my skin. I like the way my makeup looks. I don't know if it's super long wearing, but again, my skin seems to like this and it seems to work well with it. So I want to play with it more. I definitely think that once this is done, I'm going to buy a full size of this. I'm also tempted to buy one that's a tinted shade to see what that's like just as an all over base. And also compare that to like the CoverGirl one. The foundation that I have from CoverGirl, because it'd be interesting to see that like side by side to see if it's comparable, if it's better or worse or whatever. I do think Danessa Myricks does some really good stuff if you have oily skin, and I think this is a really nice product. It feels weird going on, like it doesn't feel like if you have oily skin, you're gonna be like, I don't know if I really want to put this on my face, but I do think it works in terms of like sort of mattifying. And she has a couple other mattifying primers and products and powders that I think are also really good. So definitely good products for what do you call it, if you have more oily skin. And I think they do work well for dry skin too. Like, so the Yummy Skin Serum, which I still haven't purchased, but I do want to purchase, I think it's really good for dry skin. So definitely some really nice skincare products out of Danessa Myricks. At this point, I am a stan of Danessa Myricks, and I don't even have a whole lot of products, but I want more products. It's a little bit of a pricey range for me, but I definitely would love to try more from her. Speaking of like, whoa, the lid's already off. Let's just take it off because I did spray my face with this. So this is the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. So I did have a mini of this. Again, not going to talk a whole lot about it. Took it to Vegas. My makeup stayed pretty good, so I was pretty happy about that. So I did buy like just as a regular full size. I did want to buy the jumbo, but it was sold out. So yeah, this has been a really, really nice setting spray, I think, for longevity. I do feel, it does feel a little like, it's probably not good for your face to wear every day, if that makes sense. Like, it does feel drying. But yeah, I do feel like it's like, I wouldn't say super drying, but definitely feels like you're putting hairspray on your face in a sense, but like a light hairspray. So it does concern me. This is something that you probably don't want to wear every day. But again, another line, I don't think I led into that properly from the previous one, but another line that's really good for oily skin. I think a lot of people with oily skin love a lot of One Size products. So yeah, I've been pretty impressed with this, and I'm glad that I've tried it out, and it's quickly become one of my favorite setting sprays. So the next 3 or 4 items are lip products. I did buy a lot of lip products this year, and there were definitely a few standouts. Like, there was nothing, so this was interesting. I am going to do a like worst or least favorites. There was a lot in my list of makeup that I bought this year that I'm like, I just didn't try it enough to have like an opinion either way. Like, some stuff I'm like, I just don't have an opinion on at all. Other stuff was like, it's fine, but I don't think it should go in either list, if that makes sense. So, but we did have a lot of lip products. So my main mindset for picking these lip products over other lip products that I did still like was these were the go-to ones. Like, if I was rushing out the door, what was I grabbing? And these were the things that I was grabbing. So the first one is the Fantasy Cosmetics Lip Oil in Demon. I really like the color of this. It does make your lips, like it's darker, it's cool tone. I mean, it's not black, it's transparent. I'm going to do some swatches here so you can see. I think you can see it's a gray, like it's a gray lip color. And it can get a little, you kind of have to really make sure you're spreading it around because you can get like, you can see it on my hand there. It's like darker in some spots and lighter in other spots. I don't know the word I'm looking for in that, but it's like, you know, not evenly coats. You have to be very careful, otherwise you'll get parts of your lips that look a little darker than others. This is an item that I'm really pleasantly surprised with, and I thought I would like it. I'm not a huge fan of these like pencil lip kind of products, but I do enjoy this. I like the scent of it. It's got a very fresh scent, and I like the color and I like the feel. This is one of those products that just like, if I want some color on my lips but I don't want to think too hard about it, there it is. So it's the Just a Tint. I didn't actually say it's the Just a Tint in Cherry Picking. The name Cherry Picking is very like not helpful. It's more of like a light brown. It's not really cherry at all. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with this product. And this came in that mystery box. So again, another product that I didn't select myself, although I did have one of those, not that specific shade, but I did have one of those in my cart on and off when I've kind of like built. Every once in a while I build Colourpop carts and then I like don't buy and stuff. But you know, if it's still around, I do throw them in when I do eventually buy stuff from Colourpop. Next up is I did buy a Buxom lip gloss set that was from 2023, like Christmas 2023, but I bought it this year because I found it on sale in Winners or Marshalls. And the one shade out of that set that I keep gravitating towards is this one. I'm not even sure if you'll be able to see, like you can already see. You might be able to see it. There's already a bit of use coming out at the top there. You can see it starting to go down compared to if you look at my other ones, they all kind of look full because this is the one that I keep pulling. Again, it's got a bit more depth, a bit more cool tone. Definitely shows up on my lips there. So it's that bottom shade right there. What is the shade actually called? That is a good question. I have no idea. Gabby. This is in the shade Gabby. So I don't know if this comes in full size or if that was custom for the kit, but I really, really enjoy this, and I kind of want to buy it. I would say I want to buy it in a full size, but one of the reasons why I do gravitate towards this and pull it is because it is a mini, so I can throw it in my purse, and that makes it super, super convenient. And then it was hard to just pick one because I am basically giving this whole category as a favorite. It's the Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks that I bought. I bought 12 of them, and I did do a whole lip swatching video of them. I love all of them. There's one that I like the least because it's the shade that I like the least. I think it's like a nude, I think it's called Barely Nude, and it just doesn't suit me very well, but the rest of them I really love. But I did pulled 3 that I think so far are my favorite shades, or at least my most worn shades, if that makes sense. So this one is Blushing Nude. So this nude is good. I do quite like this nude. It works. It's not super nude. It's more of like a pinky shade. So it works really nicely. The one that I am wearing today is this one, which is Smokey Rose, which I really like because it's more of like a brown with a hint of pink. Like this is that's the shade right there. Like this is the lip color that I've worn like my whole life, like since high school. It's like the color of lip that I always gravitate towards, and it's a favorite color. And then one of the things that inspired this whole like buying 12 of them was this shade called Whiskey Business. And this is a new shade for 2024. I think this might be the only new thing for 2024 that I have in here. Because I think the Fantasy Cosmetica stuff came out last year. So again, really nice brownie nude shade. A bit more of a warmer shade compared to some of the other lip colors that I go for. But I really, really enjoy that. And that's Whiskey Business from Revlon. And then the last set of favorites is eyeshadow. So I did get a lot of eyeshadow palettes this year. None were brand new like releases this year, I don't think. Like I said, I think the Fantasy Cosmetica was a release from last year. But that is in my list. So let's go with the honorable mentions, because the only reason why, again, I kind of went with the philosophy of what one are you going to wear? Like if someone said you got to wear this all the time, like what's the one you're just going to grab and not think about? And these two are not necessarily that, because these two like are think about ones. And the first one I feel like I haven't worn enough to really like say it's the favorite out of the new eyeshadow palettes that I got this year. But this is the Rogue palette from Fantasy Cosmetica, and it is beautiful. Like the color story is beautiful. The eyeshadows are beautiful. I wasn't ready to call it the favorite of all of the eyeshadow palettes, but it's definitely like I couldn't count it out either, because I want to play with that more. I think this time of year, wintertime, is actually going to be a really nice time. I kind of want to pull that out. Let's just leave it out now so I can remember to play with it. Go in your home. Sorry, just trying to get it back in the sleeve. The other one, in the same sort of vein, I just feel like I haven't worn it enough, is the Welcome Foolish Mortals palette from Colourpop. Really love this color story. I've only worn it a few times though, so I didn't feel comfortable calling it a favorite, but like if someone said I had to get rid of all my palettes that I bought this year, I wouldn't want to get rid of this one. Like I'd be really upset to get rid of this one, but to call it like the favorite is maybe not fair because I haven't used it enough, if that makes sense. But yeah, really beautiful color story. And there's some really interesting, unique shades in there, and also a few shades that are like, I already had them, but I mean, I mostly bought it for the packaging too. Like I love this packaging of this product. I don't always buy things for packaging, or very rarely do I buy things for packaging actually, but that was definitely one that I was like, I can't pass that up. And then the last one is the one that I do have on my eyes today, and this one might feel like a bit of a surprise because I feel like I didn't talk about it a lot. I actually did do like a few different looks with this palette, and I was going to film a video on it, and I never did. But it's this one. It's the Flutter palette from Colourpop. So I did pick this up at Winners or Marshalls, and again, easy. For me, this is an easy everyday palette. I don't have to think too hard. I mean, the look I did today is not everyday. I went in with that glitter on purpose because I was like, let's just go with something really dramatic for filming. But for every day, like this is a super easy palette for me to wear. Do I get looks that are all pretty much the same? Yes. But do I hate that? Not necessarily. Like it's such an easy, like I said, such an easy palette for me to wear. I do like these purpley mauve, and it's very neutral to cool tone for me, which I really, again, gravitate towards. So I really, really like. So yeah, I would say nothing here was super stand out. Like, I'm trying to think, is there anything here that's like the best of the best? I would say if I could pick a top 3, the Calorie mascara, the Huda Beauty eyeliner, and I think the Revlon lipsticks. And the reason why I say that is because they're affordable. Like, I do like the Buxom lip thing, and I do like the Fantasy Cosmetica. I mean, the Colourpop one is affordable, but I feel like the Revlon is more accessible, because Colourpop is not necessarily accessible to everybody, but Revlon's pretty much in every drugstore all over the place. So yeah, that is it. That is my makeup favorite for 2024. If you like this video, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.